Hey guys, it's mortasaurus here. I'm gonna show you how to solo weekly Nightfall Strike. I'm a level 30, so obviously it'll be a little bit easier for me, but the biggest key is to take your time. So first of all, once you select it, you want to check what your burns are. You have Epic, Angry, and Light Switch. These three basically mean they're gonna keep coming after you, and if they hit you, you're gonna die. So obviously avoid them as best you can. The most important one each week is what the burn is. This week it's arc burn, so depending on whatever arc weapons you have, you want to use them no matter what, even if they're blue, they'll help a lot. So my character, I'm using the Patience in Time because it's good for sniping, and I'm using the Unfriendly Giant to help clear bigger groups. You also want to make sure you're bringing plenty of ammo synthesis with you because you'll need them while you're going through slow. You'll be able to beat it without that, doesn't really matter, but it's helpful. And then, as always, for the Nightfall Strike, you die, you go back to orbit. Obviously, it's easier if you're playing with a group. If you take your time and do it, follow my little methods, you should be able to handle it by yourself. And depending on what you are, I'm a warlock with this character, so I'm going to use my Sunsinger class, and I'm going to use my Fireborn, so I get an extra guy if for some reason I die. You can do it without that if you have the Titan or the
will continue to claw at the walls
Hunter.
of
You're
our
better off
city
using your
unless
arc
we
grenades.
strike them
They're going
down.
to do a lot more damage.
Beneath the
For this
ruins
one,
of
I'm
the
going to use my
Cosmic Zone,
Sunsinger.
in the
For this
shadow of
means
an
I'll be a
old
little more
colony
risky
ship
when I'm running
located
out
the
as
House
long
of
as
Devil's
charge.
Reign,
Take your
and
time.
the High Civil
Be safe.
feeding them their strength. We must destroy this machine god and send their souls screaming back to hell.
You don't really need to worry too much until you get to your first respawner restricted area, so you just jump on your scooter and cruise through this. I've beat all of the Nightfall Strikes by myself, as well as with groups. If you look at my other videos, we continue to discuss the group. But if you check in every week, I'll show you how to do them by yourself. It'll make it easier to get through it. And if you're trying to make money, then before you go in here, you may as well, you're going to have Vex, you're going to have Fallen.
Let's hope you can avoid the crossfire.
You have them. You may as well take a blue polyphage for the Vex and the Fallen. Make sure you're taking your time. Don't rush through anything. The arc burn is going to make all their weapons way more powerful too. So just dip in and out of cover. You never want to get close enough where you're blasting right. If you do, make sure you stay hidden until it builds back up. There's no hurry in it for the Nightfall Strike. You always want to make sure you take your time to get through everything. As you can see, it was 15,407 for a critical shot with my sniper rifle. That's just because arc burn it helps a lot, otherwise that gun is all that great. And once you clear this first section, you're going to want to follow. You can pick off a couple people if you want. If you're by yourself, you probably shouldn't risk it. So just run straight through here. Stick to the side so that they don't attack you until you're through. Right now the Fallen and the Hive are fighting each other, so it makes it a little easier. You cut through over here. They won't come past this point unless they're already attacking you. They will shoot over here. Well, you can always jump behind this corner and hide. So just play it safe. Keep popping your head out. Take shots at whoever you can, and then pop back down here. If they have the fire shields on them, like that wizard did, it's easier if you have a vision, but if you don't, you just slowly pick them away. Like right now, my trooper's built up, so I don't have to worry as much about getting killed, because I can pick myself back up, but I'll still play it safe, as if I didn't have that revive option. Because our shield doesn't really much care for mine.
Great.
For my
Way out of
vision,
here,
so
sealed.
it's easier to switch over. Yeah. And since early out, I'm going to use a stim so that they'll respawn later. If you've done this enough times, you kind of know where they're going to come through. So there'll be a captain right through this door. On their way. And you spend most of your time hiding in this corner. This is by far the most time-consuming part of this. But take your time and you'll get through it. The rest is relative to get done with this. Make sure you're watching for the snipers. They do the most damage up top. Take them out first. You can pick at whatever you want, however you want. As long as you're staying back in the corner. So if you get in trouble, you can always drop back in the corner and not get hit. Or they when you're coming up, if you just see a couple little red markers, it's usually there's just a couple dregs left. So if you're running low on ammo, try and clear out all the captains, and if there's a couple dregs left, you can feel free to go and grab a little bit of ammo. There's a captain hiding back there too. You don't want to get caught up with one of them a ways away. Alright, now it's just a drag, so I'm gonna run around. I need a little more sniper ammo. Kill one of them, keep one alive. Make sure you don't get hung when you're running around. And try to, before you take out the couple guys that are left out there, get kind of close to the little pit corner. And all this is pretty much repetitive. If you want, you can fast forward through it, or you can see how I whittle them away. There's going to be a few different waves. Same thing, just kind of stick back to the corners and make sure you clear everybody. Occasionally you have to move forward to get a little shots on, so you don't have much protection on the play through it. Same thing, that's just rushing in there. If I was planned and I didn't have a revive, I would just back here. First building. You can always get another shot up here too from them. Get a little bit better of an angle. If you're fighting with a couple people, it's nice to have one guy up here and one guy down the hole. That way you can get different angles on the way good. So the most important part about it, take your time. If you don't have a revive, make sure you're playing everything good. You don't want to die and get most of the way through and kind of start over again.
Fallen are getting smarter. Like the entire system is wired to it.
There'll be another captain up in the doorway.
I'll work faster.
Take a shot at him and back to where you don't need arc weapons, but they're obviously going to be very helpful. Even if they're low level, they'll still be in front of damage. There's usually going to be an invis guy up to the left here too, so let's start watering forward whenever we're left. That makes sure watch. He'll get you quick.
Close. But just so you know, there's more Fallen and Hive on the way.
like I said, if you're worried about dying, stick back here. No reason to move forward quickly if I am. You can always pick them up. I'm just going out there because I have my you know, with your Hunter, Titan, or Agent, you don't have that unlocked, your Warlock. Not that difficult as long as you take those weak steps. Last group, the only guy you actually have to kill is the yellow bar captain here. But you're going to want to make sure before you go out there that everyone's dead. Otherwise they're going to pick you up. But try and focus on him, makes everything else a lot easier. And this section is honestly the hardest part of the entire thing by yourself. So once you get through this completely, following the course of you're going to want to clear this room completely out, get everybody down, and then go around with as much ammo as possible. And not die. Okay. If you're not used to it, I would suggest when you hide, just stay hidden until your life comes all the way back up. Okay. Just for safety purposes, it's easier to do it that way. Make sure you're watching out for the other. Okay, it's usually have your right here. As much ammo as you can and move on. You can collect all those greens, but that's picking out a lot of stuff. I have enough weapon parts and everything else. This section, I suggest you just start in one side and then slowly work your way around. I think you'll get overwhelmed by a bunch of them. Pick out a couple on the right and work your way around. They won't come all the way out here and get you. They will run down. If you want, you can use a rocket. I have a bunch of rockets behind you. Now make sure for this next section you don't just rush out there. I'll show you why. If you go past this area right here, guys will spawn in the doors and come out and get you. Stay back here in the corner. You can either stay down here, or you can hop up on these pipes, whichever you prefer. You won't have anybody attack you back here, so you're basically sitting back here by yourself. You can take as much time as you want. Make sure you wait for his legs to light up before you even bother shooting at him, because you're going to want to shoot his legs down and then hit his brain while he's down. If you want to see how this is done really fast, check out my other videos. You beat this part and Sepiks with arc burn in 2 minutes. Yeah, you're going to want to keep keep beating away at his legs. Even if you only have like a crappy little air gun, you just sit there and pick away like this. You'll eventually get him. Nobody should bother you back here. Make sure you're shooting the legs that still have light on them. Alright, that means he's dead. Don't rush up there right away. There's gonna be a bunch of guys that come through the door right here. You're gonna want to make sure they're dead. These guys down here, you can throw grenades. Hit them if you want. You don't have to bother with them. You just don't want to rush up on the guys in the door. You can either pick them away from out here if you want to, which is time consuming. Otherwise, just stick to the right hand side here and run through. Don't mess with any of those guys. Just run straight through. They shouldn't be able to get you. And then just slowly come around this corner. Clear yourself a path to that door. If you want to, this is also a good time to use any tips you might use. Then you'll have time to reset it. So I'm going to use a heavy one for the sake of having rockets on Sepiks. But it just whatever you have for an arc weapon is your best bet here. Play it slow, make sure you take everything out. You don't want to make it this far and then get killed from a random grenade or sniper. Once you get the door clear, you can ahead. Make sure you get out of the weapon. Reload it, so you're all ready to go.
This is the Devil's Lair.
Alright, usually I start by clearing out. If I'm doing it by myself, I'll clear them off and staying in here. That way you don't get shot from right or left. And they kind of line up and take them out one by one. You'll have that shield on him until you clear all of the random guys that start down here. You don't want to get killed just running out there. Eventually we're going to end up in that doorway, so make sure you kind of stick around this area so you have a clear shot to go over there. Take them out with whatever weapons you want or however you want. Take your time. Make sure you're not getting touched. That last one's dead. See his shield start to drop. Make sure you're... Oh, there's one more guy out here. Just make sure you're in a place where you can safely get back and hidden in that doorway. That's where you're going to spend a lot of your time fighting him. If you're by yourself, it takes a while. Know that you're going to have to whittle away at him. If you want to, you can pretty much just sit in this room and keep taking him away every time he shows up here. He's not always going to be visible there. If you stay in this room by yourself, nobody will come upstairs or downstairs. You can occasionally pop over here and pick out the extras. Or when you have a decent weapon out, come down here and just make sure nobody's down here before you run out. They will spawn down here. And obviously you're going to try and hit them high as much as possible. Get them off damage. Just take a couple shots, hide for a second, let your life come back, and you can just put it away. It'll take a little while like everything else, but it is a Nightfall Strike, so it's not meant to be super easy. When you come back down, that there's nobody down here that's going to shoot at you, because they do jump down there. And they will hit you quite a bit down there. Make sure you're never running out there unless your life's full. So yeah, stop. Let my life go up. Through out, go with my rocket. they'll spawn in the doorway and come in. So if you have more than one person, have them come in the same area, quite in the same area that I'm fighting right now. It'll be your safest bet. That way you won't have as many people after you. I prefer having a sniper rifle because I gotta wait 45 seconds to build back up. Take away all the add-ons. Or you can wait till he comes through and you can just take a shot at him. He will show up here once in a while. He can check into the window. Don't get killed standing here. So you can keep popping up and down the steps. And if you don't have a revive, don't go on with it because you have the full life. Same thing with going out. They won't show up at the bottom of the steps. They shouldn't follow you. They will show up down there, so you gotta make sure you're clearing that area too. Don't get lost in your area. Come on, that one. Now since that guy's blocking that bottom part, I'm gonna have to clear that before I can go out there and clear that down below. They will hop down, they will get there, so make sure you're being careful each time you check around the corners. Feel like you're safe. You can make a move out there and take some marking up. Watching out for all those guys to my right. You can also pick them away from up here if you want. You can clear that section. Now they're all a little further sector on. You get adjustment, take your time, work your way through. Sometimes you actually have to take the add-ons down. They won't get you cleaned out. Same thing, you don't need self-resurrect, but it's helpful if you're going to be around. I can sit down here and pick them off this way too.
Well done.
And right here.
Sepiks Prime cast a great shadow over our city. With its destruction, the fallen devils will grow weaker.
There you go.
But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they'll find ways to survive. They always
Good luck. Hopefully it
do.
works for you. Make sure you're checking in on my channel, and I'll be uploading videos every week on how to do this.